Hi there, Ben Fuller from Modi here. This is another tips and tricks video, and we're going to be talking about Pipedrive introduction and terminology. So what you're looking at here is a standard sales pipeline within the system. Each of these columns here is known as a stage, and the cards here are known as deals. Deals are transactions or contracts or opportunities that you're trying to close within the system. And so we can move a deal to a different stage within the pipeline. We can also have different pipelines set up within the system. So here we have sales, upsells, renewals, ticketing pipelines. We also over here have access to our filters. So for example, I can click on a filter here that I've set up to show me only those high value deals within the system. Or I can click on my LVC, my low value clients, so those low value deals within the system. Using filters within the system, you can also isolate only those deals owned by a certain salesperson here like this. The next thing we're going to have a look at here is the list view. So we've been looking at the pipeline view. I can click here onto the list view within the system. And in this list view, I can see all of that same information, but organized in a spreadsheet style view. So I can go into a filter here to look at my HVC deals in a list style view, and I can add and remove columns here. So for example, I'm going to take out the territory column, I'm going to put in the competitor column, and I'm going to put in, let's say, the industry column and hit save, and you'll see those columns add over here on the right. And then I can move these columns around if I wish. So put the status over here on the left. And I could also add in the organization name if I wish, which is in here at the moment. So if I begin typing like that, I click organization and I add that in there. And I usually like to have that over here just in this section. And so this is the list view within the system. Another key view in Pipedrive is the forecast view. So what we're looking at here are weeks of the year, and what we're seeing are deals that are set to close in the different weeks. So these deals here are set to close in the 14th week of April, the 15th week of April, the 14th week of 2023, the 15th week of 2023, and you can see the dates there. You can configure this here by having a look at or making the filter show rather than expected close date, different dates like the implementation date for argument's sake. You can also have it show by month, so April, May, June, July, August in this fashion, and you can set the number of columns here. The next thing we're going to do is go back to our pipeline view. We're just going to talk through the left-hand navigation bar here, which is where you can move yourself into all the various areas of Pipedrive. So from the top here, we have the leads inbox. So the leads inbox is for those cold leads that aren't yet at the stage where they can be a deal or you're not engaged with them. And so you might dump a list here a bought list or a Google scrape list or some other type of list into here. And then once you get some level of engagement from them, you'll convert them to a deal and they will come into your deals pipeline. Now, we've already spoken about the deals pipeline. The next tab here is Pipedrive Projects. And so Projects is a project management tool inside of Pipedrive. So when you win a deal or when you close a deal in Pipedrive, you can create a project inside of Pipedrive that will have a set list of activities to do in it. So if we have a look at this particular one here, you can see these are the activities and tasks that have been automatically applied to this particular project when the deal was won. It's an excellent lightweight project management tool inside of Pipedrive. We have Pipedrive campaigns. So Pipedrive campaigns give you the ability to send newsletters or drip campaign journeys inside of the system. We have campaign templates in here. We have a full library of templates inside of Pipedrive that you can choose from. And we can build one-off email sends, like newsletter sends, for example. And we can set the filter here to only send to certain people within here. So if I say I want to send to everybody in the aviation industry, or maybe potentially, let's say, LinkedIn, to all of the LinkedIn email sends, you can see it's identified 57 recipients within that filter. You can also build a filter here from scratch if you wish. You add in the template that you wish to send, You have the subject, you have the preview text, and you can send that off. And as mentioned before, you can also build drip campaign journeys within Pipedrive. Our next tab here is our mail tab. So this is your email inbox. Interestingly, what you can see here is emails that are linked to certain deals within the system, and also the status of those emails within the system. Are they shared with others or are they marked private? We can update an email conversation to private if we wish. You also have your sent files here, you have archive, and so on and so forth. The next tab here, probably the most important tab within Pipedrive, is your activities tab. What you're looking at here is my activities, which are due today, and you can navigate to different time periods here or time ranges. So here's my overdue activities, activities due today, tomorrow, this week, next week. You can configure the columns that you see here the same way we configured the columns in the filters earlier. And from here, you can work your way through your to-do list without ever needing to leave your to-do list. So if I click on this deal link here, you'll see a pop-up opens. And from here, what I can do is complete the activity that is due. Pipedrive will prompt me to set another activity. So I'll set it for that date there for argument's sake. I can update information here within the system. I can close out of that and you'll see that that activity is now struck through and I can move on to the next activity. As mentioned, Pipedrive activities is probably the most important part in the system. The deals pipeline is obviously crucial and activities is also crucial. They're the two most important parts of the system. The next tab here is contacts. So these are all the people we have in the system here. So we have all of the people. Once again, we can add and remove columns here. And we have all the organizations or all of the companies that we deal with. Now, these organizations have persons inside of them, so I can add and remove columns here. So I'm going to add and remove those two columns, and I'm going to add, let's say, company email address, company phone, company website, and those columns will appear on the right, and you can see we've got that information appearing here like this. Our next tab here, also very important, is our Insights tab. Insights is a powerful business intelligence tool inside of Pipedrive. You can build all sorts of reports and dashboards here to surface the information that you need to see about your business. For example, here's a cumulative revenue forecast report, the same underlying data, non-cumulative revenue forecast by week here. The types of products we have with open deals, some goals-orientated reports, a revenue forecast report. We have a dashboard here that is built to monitor salespeople. So we've got this salesperson, Amber, here. How many deals did Amber close over the last 12 months and in what months? What was the value of those deals closed by months? What percentage of deals is Amber closing? We've got some conversion rate reports for different lead sources here, some conversion rate reports here for the conversion rate across different industries that we work in, and so on and so forth. The next tab here is Pipedrive products. So inside of the system here, you can create products. These are the products that you sell. So we can see here green waffles, green birthday cakes, brown mud cakes, blue ice creams. We've got a price for these, the unit, what category they're in. We can have a description and so on and so forth. And the way products works is if I come into a deal like this, I can add those products into a deal as I work out what the client needs. So if we come in here, we've also already got some products added into this deal. I'm going to add another product here. I can choose from the list here. So in this case, I'm going to add some chocolate cheesecakes. And we're going to add 5 of those, and we're going to give a 10% discount on that. And you can see that automatically totals it and adds to the total value of this particular deal that we're trying to close. The next one here, Pipedrive Marketplace. Pipedrive Marketplace allows you to add different apps or integrate different apps into the system. So here's some headline apps that you can see, and you can see all apps here. There's hundreds of apps that you can integrate natively into Pipedrive. Some of the really nice ones here, Monday.com, Just Call is a great one. Google Meets obviously is very important. The final little section here, if we click here like this, we can see some very important areas inside of the system. So automations, this is where you build automations in the system. So say you move a deal into a certain stage, that can trigger the sending of an email, for example, or it can create an activity for yourself. Or when a deal is won in a certain pipeline, you can duplicate the deal and place the duplicated deal into a project management pipeline if you wish. Automatic assignment is the ability to round robin between different deals, between different salespeople based on rules. You can import data in this section, export data in this section, and you've got the merge duplicates function here to keep your data nice and clean. Finally, another important area here are Pipedrive's knowledge base and academy videos where you can teach yourself more about how to use the system. Thanks very much for watching.